Talk with Lil Joey, and we have a very special guest from the Happy Punch team, the man himself, Hus. How are you doing, man?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Good, dude. And you're gonna be the first, announcer on my channel on the show. It's good to have you. And first off, I wanted to ask how did you really kind of get involved with announcing?
First, it's a privilege to be the first announcer on your channel, man. So thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Um, yeah, no, it started in 2019, man. I was working on the trains in London Bank Station, and I started introducing trains as boxers and on like the PA tannoy system, and then it just like caught the attention of the public and videos started going viral. Then Michael Buffer retweeted it. And then it just went all on the news, BBC News, Sky News, BBC Radio 1, Radio 5, and then from there I just decided to take it professionally and then got my license and then started doing small hall shows, man. So just like I just kept going at it.
And yeah, I know because it's interesting because that you mentioned Michael Buffer retweeting it because now you've had the opportunity to work with
Mm.
with such a legend in the industry. So how has that been being able to work with so many incredible personalities?
The first for Misfits one was where it was the first show I worked with him, and it was like a dream come true, really, because not only like am I a boxing fan growing up watching boxing and watching him when I was young, um, but then for him to retweet and then 3 and a bit years later I get to work with him was just like, it sounds made up, but no, it was amazing, man, and it's always good to work with him as well, man. So yeah, it was amazing.
Absolutely. And, was working in this kind of industry always an interest of yours, or did it kind of from all the virality of, your announcing with the trains, was that kind of how it just kind of shot out?
Sort of. I mean, I always had I always had a passion for doing voices and getting into voiceover work and voice acting work and like sort of getting involved in the film industry. Um, because I also went to a private film school where I graduated as a screenwriter. And from a young age, I was always doing voices because I love video games and video games like help like change my life and shape my life. And I looked up to quite a few of the voice actors in video games growing up, so it was always something I wanted to do, and I do loads of voices, and so I just put two together when I was working there, man, and it just thought what gets the best intro was what is boxers. So then I just put two together, and then it just led to that.
Yeah, no, it's awesome, and I was actually able to talk to Ryan Ventura, not too long ago, and he was talking about being able to work with you and being able to announce with you. So, it's cool that not only are you part of boxing but voice acting as well, because I think this scene it's cool because there's so many different people from so many different walks of life and so many different areas of interest. So I did want to ask, is there a certain, project that you've worked on in the past, or a certain fight that you particularly liked announcing?
Misfit shows are always amazing, hands down, and they are the biggest shows I've done. There's been great crowds, man, and the one that always sticks out to me is the Anthony Taylor King Kenny fight. The crowd, I love the way the crowd, gave the reception to when I threw it over to King Kenny. That was awesome. And Slim, quite a few of Slim's fights was awesome, and then obviously the Salt Pappy one as well was a good. Like, I love the crowd's reception for that. But yeah, so far, yeah, they're the fights I would say are the best ones. There has been obviously like because I've announced maybe anywhere from 20 shows at York Hall. and these are professional shows, and there has been awesome nights in there as well, man.
Yeah.
With a packed crowd. And yeah, there's been some crazy atmosphere in York Hall in pro shows as well. There's a few that I can name as well from those. But yeah, there's been quite a few where it will stick with me forever.
A lot of these events can create so many incredible memories. And your opinion before you got into, the Misfits stuff, like, did you have any kind of opinion on crossover boxing at all?
Not really, because I didn't know much about it. The only thing I knew was KSI and Logan Paul. Only because of the fact I can't remember which one or if he did both. Eddie Hearn was promoting it,
Because I think that
from
was the second
Matchroom.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, so it was only because of that. Um, I sort of knew about it just from that, but I didn't know there was Showstar. I didn't know there was Creator Clash. I didn't know there was Kingpin. I didn't know anything. And when Misfits came up, um, that was the first that I like sort of like knew about it really, and then I applied to get into Misfits and got in, man.
Obviously that's being on Misfits is kind of how you made the connection with Happy Punch, but how did it initially you get approached about, signing on with them?
I just started doing Misfits and then I think it was after Misfits 004. Um, that's when I got it. That's when Keem contacted me, and me and Keem were speaking quite a bit on the regular, and sharing ideas and things what he wants to do, and you know, then I told him, like I do voiceover work as well, and then. I think at the time as well, he was talking about signing a referee as well. He said he wanted an announcer and a referee, and and it just seemed like the right move. Sorry, should I say? And yeah, then from there, we just one thing led to another, and I was happy to join on, and yeah, man, and been on ever since. It's been good, like talking with a lot of the Happy Punch people, and then I was trying to get people in who had certain talents as well, like video editors or graphic designers and stuff like that. And yeah, man, I felt like part of Happy Punch. I feel like I'm part of the community, and yeah, it's been good, man.
The community is happy to have you in there. We love, your announcing and what you've been able to
Thank you,
bring to
man.
the scene, man. Yeah, dude. And how has the fan reception been, not only since joining Misfits, but also joining Happy Punch? And, I see you'll join in and listen to the spaces every once in a while too. So
It's a work in progress. I mean, because there was a little like hiccup before with me and Misfits, but that's all like ironed out now. There was like I've seen two sides. I've seen the good and the bad. Now I just get on with it and just get on with my work and try and perfect my craft and try to bring the energy and just to perform always 100% on every show. I try and focus on like doing my job in creating the atmosphere in there, getting the crowd engaged in the show. And now it's growing a lot more and a lot more positive now, and I'm happy about that. And it's the way it should always had been, and yeah, so it's been really good. And yeah, man, I just carry on doing what I'm doing.
yeah, no, absolutely. And I wanted to ask because Misfits 12 is coming up very soon now, and
Mm.
is there any particular fights that you're either excited to announce or excited to watch?
Really, really, really looking forward to Fox the G versus Small Spartan J. That's one of my main cards. I mean, that's one of my
Absolutely.
main fights on that card. Only reason being because like me and Fox have been there since '01, and we've worked and been together since then, and I get on with Small Spartan J and his camp as well, like his trainer. We met at was it 11? No,
His debut fight.
Was it the Prime card he fought on?
He
I
fought
can't
on
remember.
I'm pretty sure it was
Or
it
was
oh
it the one
09?
before that?
Oh 09
Yeah, probably '09.
with the
Yeah,
Idris
that's
Virgo and
yeah, probably. I think that was the one. Yeah, that's when I got to meet his trainer, and me and his trainer like got on really well. Yeah, so like I'm blessed with both of them, but like that's a fight I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to AJ Bunker L Brook.
oh absolutely yeah.
That's another one. Yeah, I'm also looking forward to DTG versus Raksu as
Oh
well.
yeah, that's gonna be
Me
a
and
good one.
DTG get on really well. We've got on his debut was '02, I believe. Was it
Yeah,
Misfits '02? Yeah, it
yeah, against
was.
Halal, I think.
Yeah, that we've got on since then, and so I'm looking forward to that. They're all going to be amazing and entertaining fights. I think this card's really great, and yeah, I can't wait to see them all. But the Fox and Spartan is the one for me on that card, man.
Oh yeah, I know a lot of people are looking forward to Fox's debut, and obviously
Mm.
he's your teammate, being on Happy Punch as well. So
Yeah,
I'm excited for that. One more question before we
yeah,
go,
go for it, man.
and if you had a message to any of your fans, supporters, or anybody out there, what would be your message?
That's a good one. Um, I would say, from everything I've experienced in life, and you know, from all the things I've seen, all the things I've been through, I would say if you have a passion for something, a lot of people like you might mix up passion and talent. They're two different things. So some people might be passionate about something but ain't got the talent for it. But do you see what I mean?
Yeah,
So identify if you can identify that, that's fine. But like if you've got a talent for something and you know it's a talent and the passion for it, and that's what you want to do, just go for it. And the going for it ain't even the hard part. The hard part is the people like when you go for something that's out of the ordinary, when you try and break the boundaries of normal, should I say, you're going to be misunderstood by everyone. So you'll be misunderstood by everyone around you, friends, family. It happens. That's just life. And it's not in a bad way. It's because they're not understanding your passion and your talent, and because like to pursue something out of the normal again means you're gonna have to sacrifice things, whether it be endless hours in pursuing it, um, meaning where you might have to sacrifice being broke for a bit, in doing it, and just keep going and don't give up because giving up only has one guarantee, and that is it won't happen. So even though you might have been pursuing something for so long, and you just feel like, when is it ever gonna happen? Like, I can't go on anymore. I'm gonna give it up. Well, look, you don't know. It could happen the next day from there, but you gave up. Do you see what I mean? So you just got to keep going. So I'll just say, just keep pursuing your passion and dreams and talents, and try and break boundaries, and don't listen to people no matter how close they are to you. If they're trying to take you off it, oh, like, oh, you can't do that, I don't think that will work out for you. Psychologically, that's just their insecurities that they're passing on to you. So just try and build a mental block to block that, and just keep going. And yeah, and try and be, like, I get it. The young guys and girls, love all the clubs and parties and stuff like that. I mean, I did too, you know. And if I can go back to my 18-year-old self, I would have told myself, just cut it massively down. The amount of times you go out, the amount of times you spend on bullshit, and just try and save your money and invest, and to build that passive income, and learn about taxes, learn about investments, because they don't teach you this in school.
Yeah.
And then once you've sort of got like a passive income, then you can party after that. That's the whole trap of the system. So I'll just, yeah. So that would be my message, man. Just still have fun, but like just get your head right at a young age and then party later. Not like me, coming near 40 and, you know, understanding how everything works now, you know. But
Nah,
yeah,
dude, I love that, man. I love that, and I think there's a lot of people in this community that got a lot of dreams, and there's a lot of people with a lot of talents too. So I think that's awesome. I appreciate you coming onto the show.
no
It's
worries,
it's been
man.
a pleasure having you. I'm
Thank
excited
you.
to see that the announcing for O12. I'm excited for
Will you
for the
be
card.
there, or are you going to be watching
I'm gonna
on
be
at home?
watching.
Okay,
I wish, I
cool.
wish. But yeah, I'll definitely be watching. And again, thank you so much.
No worries, man. It's a pleasure. Thank you for having me on, man. It's been a real pleasure, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.